really nice design, and all done with watercolor. So you can have control, and then you can have that balance of that wet on wet technique that's just giving the wash in the background. And here's another example of another person's map. And what they did is, again, they did the design of the map, and then they used just kind of this splotch of watercolor to give that design effect. Okay? All right. Sophia, you're a little late today. Okay. So again, this is fairly similar to the project that you guys are doing, because this map is quite a study in geometry, right? Where you've got the roads, and again, this could be, I don't know, Eglinton or Lawrence, and then these are some of the neighborhoods. Okay? So, but again, using that watercolor to kind of make it designed and kind of jump out at you with some drama. Okay, and here are, I'm going to show you this one. This is also a watercolor drawing. This is also an ISU, okay? And this person is doing drawing, because the artist, this is based on an artist, an American artist, and showing all of the watercolor techniques that this artist does. And they use a very kind of squiggly line to show you all these kind of crazy characters, right? You can see there's some sort of weird hillbilly here with no shoes on and weird pipe out of his mouth and stuff. So again, kind of this way in which you can take a drawing and then add more drama to it by adding some color and adding watercolor to it. And this paper is just a multimedia paper. It's not even a watercolor paper. So it does take control to get this kind of color and control on without having to saturate your paper with the water. Okay? Okay, so there's some examples of how watercolor moves on and what we do with watercolor in the coming grades. Are there any questions about your project, about what your expectation is, about any other thing that you need to worry about in the coming days? Does anybody have it? Just unmute yourself and you can let me know what you need. Is there anything you need? Again, you guys know that your due date is the 5th. So if there is something that you do need, you need to come by and see me at 11 o'clock once you leave school, and I can give you something that you may need or some advice to help you. Does anybody have any questions? Anyone out there? Yellow, but up here it's darker than down here, right? So there is a gradient here. So you are going to go from dark to light, okay? But again, we talked about this. Try and practice on your sketch first, because as soon as the watercolor hits this, you may get a little overwhelmed with the effect. So practice it on your sketch first. But I don't want to see, and this is something that I should probably state, I don't want to see this, okay? And the reason I don't want to see the multicolor is because you lose the geometric pattern. We want to focus on lines for this project, and if we had more time, we could do something like this, but because we don't have much time, I just want to see one color, a wash across. If it's darker in some parts than the other, that's fine, but we want a nice subtle wash in the background so that we focus on our geometric lines. Are you supposed to fill the page? Yes, you are supposed to fill the page. Yes. Okay, so that watercolor page should all be the geometric design with a soft wash in the background. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Again, I'm hoping you're working. This is where art is different than some of your other classes. Um, I'd like to know that you are set up, you've got your watercolor set up, you've got your water, you've got your brushes, you've got everything set up for you to work this afternoon, that you are doing. Anybody else?